On Wednesday morning, my engine was finally repaired after 4 unexpected days in Amarillo, Texas. I'd done my best to entertain myself. A bar with hockey and 300 beers on tap, the Cadillac Ranch, beautiful cornfields. But once Danny got my engine back in with new heads and a new carburetor, it felt like a pebble being released from a slingshot pulled back as far as it could go. I was trying to make Chicago in 2 days to make up time. But first a stop to visit my 4th cousin, 4 times removed, who's buried in Springfield. He was first buried under this rock while they built his tomb. Reaching Chicago the next evening, I was able to meet up with my friend Jade, who was soon to be married. We rode our bikes down to a couple of local spots to catch up, and she let me crash until the next morning. In Detroit, I had a chance to catch up with another good friend, Devin. She's only the 2nd person I've seen that I've known since I've left LA. After a nice lunch and reminiscing, I was off again. In Ontario, my engine's exhaust valves needed adjusting. I did my best to keep her on the road. Just outside Niagara, there's a VW shop. I stopped to get some advice and adjust my valves once more. Niagara Falls is truly amazing. The next stop was a very personal and emotional one for me. The home of my late grandparents and other families since 1850. They were part of the Oneida community, a perfectionist commune that existed here for several generations. As a child, I spent a lot of time here. The community was founded by John Humphrey Noyes, and I was fortunate enough to stay in his suite for the night. My grandparents also lived here for some time after they were married. It's so quiet here now. As I walk around, I imagine what it must have been like 150 years ago, a buzz with life, hope, excitement, and community. Time plays an evil trick on all of us, it seems. We just can't stop it from moving forward. My final stop here was the community graveyard, where I found the grave of my grandparents. My friend Devin had randomly given me some flowers that she had. I found a good place for them. With many of my ancestors buried here, I took an interest in the large tree next to them that has most likely become part of them by now. Next, I met up with my Uncle Bill and his wife at Twitchell Lake, a retreat built and visited by our family for generations.
We've got a 40 horse. It's the camper. Melissa was telling me about the new...
It's here as a kid that I developed an interest in rowing, as my grandfather's oar from the Yale-Harvard race sat above the door my whole life. After a good visit, my next stop was the historic fort in Ticonderoga, due to another ancestral connection. One of my fifth great-grandfathers, Colonel William Douglas, was a ship commander and attacked this fort with Ethan Allen and Benedict Arnold in the Revolutionary War in May of 1775. The cannons they captured by sneak attack were brought to Boston to drive out the British forces. By securing Revolutionary Hill, the Americans held the high ground in the attack on the fort. Well, that's it for now, guys. I'm off to Montreal to take a few days off and spend some time with family there. 3,000 miles down, 6,000 to go.